obviously the Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G fight. What did you guys think as far as who won and the scoring?
First of all, both of you see it?
Yes,
did you actually watch it or did you watch highlights?
I saw it.
I did. I have no interest in boxing.
That's fair.
I watched
like your honesty.
I like how the fucking judge, Adelaide Bird, sounds like a fucking first lady from the 1800s.
Wait till you see her. She doesn't look like her.
I thought that for me, I was so impressed with Canelo in the first 3 rounds. His speed, he's so fast, and then he took some shots from our boy Gennady. But there's just no question. Gennady stood in his grill and boxed him into corner after corner against the ropes and punched him and landed more shots. And I had Gennady 100%.
So how could
fight.
2 judges get it wrong then?
So I'm going to let
crookedness in boxing. So
wait, the lady Adelaide Bird, she got a 18-10 the wrong way.
Yes,
the wrong way.
Yeah,
and somebody also had it a draw, so that was also wrong. You got to say that judge was off
fair,
too.
Though, at least
more fair, but also wrong.
Also wrong. Yeah. To me, it's clear as day to judge. I gave Canelo rounds 2, 3. Then I can see getting him 2 to 3 rounds maybe after that. But his footwork was good early on. He had his cardio was good. But then it was more of, I think, Triple G being so respectful to Canelo. And then once he was like, oh, here we go. Like, I've never seen Triple G so nervous in my life for a fight ever. He was so conservative in the first 4 rounds. Then once he got in his flow, he just took over. It was like a tidal wave. He just took over.
Yeah.
Then it wasn't much of a fight. And listen, man, my girl's from the same hometown as Canelo. My house is fucking Mexican as fuck. Like, I was rooting for Canelo, man. And I looked at them and I went, I'm sorry. Like, he's getting just outclassed. Like, it's not much of a fight.
He's getting
and they went, I agree. And then, I said this on Rogan. I said, if Triple G does not stop Canelo, he will not win in decision. They're not going to let him win. Boxing's been around for how long?
It's always been like that.
So you have those dark tentacles just involved in the sport. And people want to say, McGregor, Mayweather was a shit show. Shit show. This is a way bigger black guy than that. What are you talking about?
Because it's like an actual
it's an actual fight that a guy clearly won. You don't have to be a boxing expert to realize who won. My girl's mom, who is a casual, she only watches Canelo maybe twice a year, doesn't know boxing at all, was like, oh my God, poor Canelo, like not even close. Like, it's so easily to see what is happening here. And then when you have the interest, so imagine this. Imagine in the NFL. Do you watch sports at all?
Yeah.
So
sure.
Okay. So like
pretty much everything's at boxing.
All right, perfect. So let's say in the NFL, the Patriots before the Super Bowl had a huge dinner and had the refs who were going to ref the Super Bowl the next day. They had them over and they were all just having fun, having drinks. That's what
great.
Golden Boy did the week of the fight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
they do.
They have these dinners, and they have the judges are sitting down with De La Hoya. They're sitting down with the representatives.
No way.
Judges.
Yes,
and they're pushing him like, my guy's good. You watch out because those body shots do more damage than you might think.
Is it because though? What are the judges? They must be getting. The only way I can see is they're getting paid off.
100%.
They are getting paid
100%.
off.
100%.
Okay.
Didn't they say she got like 30 grand shifted into her account?
There's been a judge who they can prove got 30 grand sent to their account, but with her,
Jesus, what are you watching?
Well, do a forensics trail.
Even the Nevada State Commission, the head of commission, was like, "Listen, she's usually super reliable. She actually teaches other judges, like takes them under their wings."
She doesn't normally get bribes.
Listen to what he said.
Time.
He goes, "I don't know if you have this article, Chin. This motherfucker goes, but everyone has a bad night, and she was off." That's the head of the Nevada State Commission going, everyone has a bad night, but she was off.
Wow.
The fuck? You can't have a bad night as a judge. You just cost Triple G millions of dollars.
Is the guy who said it was a draw. That guy had a bad night.
That guy had a bad night. He was off. You're just a crooked bitch.
So this Adelaide Bird, has she had bad decisions in the past?
She's been around forever. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She's not good at her
She's known
job.
for it. She's not good. She should
is
never
Ken
work
Kaiser
in
still
boxing
the head of NSAC?
Yes.
He's garbage.
Kaiser.
Well, she shouldn't
He's
work in boxing
garbage.
again because she's taking payoffs,
He's taking
right?
her down, though. He took her off the judging board for a little while, like a break.
He's the one who
Because of
let
this.
Cecil Peoples continue to fucking judge UFC.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
When everyone's like, dude, he's hurting our sport. Can you please just not have that guy? And he goes, no, I'm going to keep doing it.
And then people, on my Instagram, people and Twitter are like, "Oh, you're telling me UFC doesn't have a bad decision? Bitch, we've been around since like 2002. We don't know how to figure it out yet. We're still in these growing process. You've been around for 100 years. We know the sweet science. There's nothing new. And it's just pure corruption. There's not corruption on our part. But judges,
no, it's not corruption.
Judges just suck. They just suck. They don't know.
It's not that far off.
You have pure corruption. That's a fucking problem.
Yeah, you're getting paid.
And here's the other thing. Triple G and Canelo will not rematch. Their fight will not be next.
No?
I bet Triple G fights Saunders, and I bet Canelo fights Lemieux or something like that.
Why?
Because it doesn't make. No, I don't want to see it
why
again.
would they rematch? It's
Who
not
wants
like
to see
it's
it
like,
again?
It's like, oh, if I'm Triple G, it's like according to this, like I know I beat you. You know I beat you.
Yeah.
Why are we rematching? Just because
The only reason I would rematch is that now Triple G knows and is not afraid. And
He's never been afraid. He's not afraid. It's Triple G, sir. So
yeah.
a good rematch.
No
would
one's
be,
afraid.
A good rematch would be if Canelo won the first. It was a 10 round fight.
12 rounds.
12. If Canelo won the first, let's say 7 rounds, and he's like, okay, he's better, and then all of a sudden. Triple G dominates the last 5.
Correct.
Still loses, but like, oh, maybe he's just nervous early on. We should do a rematch. That might be interesting to me.
Because the public's not crying out for a rematch. It's such a lopsided fight.
Yeah.
So now what you're going to get, and it's going to, if they do that, then you can have them fight next Mexican Independence Day on the rematch. But you're going to have to go outside. Triple G, fight Saunders, Billy Joe Saunders, and then you have Canelo fight Lemieux. Those are 2 fun fights. And then have them back together. Immediate rematch.
All of this is moot unless you have an independent body that can investigate these judges.
This ruins the sport. This fucking
you need an independent
ruins the
investigator.
sport when you can't just get like that guy won.
When it's not fair,
where's
who
the
cares?
independent investigator to actually do a forensic study on their bank accounts to see what the fuck is going on?
As a fan, as a pure only fan of MMA, which is similar to boxing, the 2 guys go at it. You want the fucking release of the guy who clearly won to have his hand raised.
Yes.
That's what it's just a good end of the story. And when you don't get that, it feels gross.
It feels nasty.
It feels like
I didn't walk away in the boxing purist when they're like the McGregor Mayweather. That's horrible for our sport. It's a black guy. I'm like, bitch, this is a black guy.
Yeah,
At least McGregor Mayweather, there was a clear winner. One guy was clearly better.
Yeah.
He got finished. Okay, that's how it works.
Sure.
We're done with that. In this, oh my God, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is the worst thing for your sport. You had all these new eyeballs. Mayweather McGregor helped this fight.
Yeah, right. Help this fight because they're like, oh, now boxing's a thing. That's right. Oh, let me look. And apparently, this next fight is going to be the best one. I'll watch it.
Nobody's watching, and you have this kind of situation, and you don't have an independent. If you don't
it's
have
always gone on in Olympic boxing. There's no more corrupt sport in the world than boxing.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's all based on judging. Unless there's a knockout, it's all down to the judging.
But at this level, it's so tough to get a knockout. At that highest level, and you have these 2 guys are so talented.
That's also why I stopped watching boxing. They just stopped being knockouts. And it's like, I don't care who someone says won.